record here. All right, we're here with two firefighters who recently responded to that 1072 house fire, where a dramatic rescue was made of someone who was actually still in the building. And two of these firefighters, well, they sustained some injuries during that, and we just thought it'd be cool to give them an opportunity to maybe tell their stories for all of you. So first of all, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with over here?
Lieutenant Zach Langford with Capitol Hill Fire Department.
Gotcha. And
Engineer Peyton Cornett with Capitol Hill.
all right, cool. And if you want to take turns or whatever, but just tell me in your own words what happened.
You go first, and then I'll go.
So myself and Engineer Cornett were tasked with making entry into the basement of the residence and working on fire suppression. Engineer Cornett here went to change out his air bottle, and I was teamed up with another firefighter from Winchester. I made my way down the stairs and made it to the fourth stair and fell through the stairs approximately 7.5 foot and was trapped underneath the stairs in a very tight, very hot compartment area, and was unable to find my way out and was low on air as well. I was able to get my radio out of my chest pocket and call a mayday and explain to the guys up top where I was, and they were able to get a ladder down into the basement, and Engineer Cornett found me and pulled me out onto the ladder and out to the outside of the house. I lost my helmet and my radio when I fell, and when I did not know it at the time, but when I made it outside, I was informed that I had a nail go through my face piece and was poking me in the head right here. EMS was called. I was transported by them, very grateful for them, and then was taken to the hospital. And later that night I found out that I had a burn on my back along with another cut on my back. But very grateful for Engineer Cornett and all the other guys that were there to pull me out, save me, as well as EMS. They did a wonderful job between treating the patient that was rescued by the other fire personnel on scene and then taking care of me as well. So very, very thankful for them.
Gotcha. And as we discussed earlier in the first video, folks can't necessarily understand unless they've been inside of a house fire like that. The visibility is almost nothing. Usually it is nothing. Was that the case with you?
It was, in fact. The only thing I could see was there was a little pocket of fire down to my left side that I could see, but other than that, it was pitch black. I thought I was in front of the stairs. I was actually not. I was underneath them,
right,
and thought I was crawling up the stairs. I was actually kicking holes in the drywall and crawling up those till I hit the top of the bottom side of the stairs, and that's when I realized I was in trouble. And luckily, Engineer Cornett was there to help me get out, along with Lieutenant Estill and other firefighters that were there.
Gotcha. And if you want to pick it up from there and just sort of go from when you got that radio call.
Yeah, so I was, like he said earlier, tasked with going inside to do fire suppression in the basement. And as I got my bottle changed out, I was walking up to the house, and that's whenever he went down. We had already checked the stairs for stability, and we thought they were stable. But like he said, when he got to the fourth one, he fell through, and that's when I came around the corner. I didn't see him, but I could hear him yelling for the help, so I yelled back at Lieutenant Steele. We got the ladder in place, and I got to go down there with him. And like, just kind of echo what he said, it was, blacked out visibility, so I couldn't see anything. And I was waiting for another firefighter to come down there to find him, and kind of jumped off the ladder, or stepped away from the ladder a little bit, and just luckily was able to see a little bit of the, what do you call that, reflective gear.
Yeah.
That's on his gear, and just was able to grab him and pull him over to the ladder and help get him up the ladder to get out.
I could have went a whole another direction.
Definitely could have.
Yeah.
Again, like Lieutenant Steele said earlier, definitely relied on a lot of training in that moment in particular.
Yeah.
'Cause if it wasn't for the extensive training that we go through, I 100% believe that it would have been a different story, and I would not be here today.
Yeah, and a lot of folks don't understand that you're wearing a sealed face mask to your face, connected to a tank of air, and if that mask had been, taken off, the nail got you right above where your mask line is. You take one breath, and
Would have been over for me.
yeah, one breath, because I know you can't really tell how hot it was, but at least 400 degrees, I would guess, down there.
Very easily, if not. I can tell you, just from being down there the short time that I was down there, I could feel the heat through my turnout gear, and I do remember
Which means it's very hot.
yelling at Engineer Cornett and Lieutenant Estill that I was burning. I felt like my skin was burning through my turnout gear, and I was begging them essentially to spray me with a hose,
Right.
find me, get me out, do whatever it took, because it was warm, and in that moment, it's very terrifying.
Yeah.
All you think about is whether you're going to get to go home and see your family at the end of the day at that point. And again, luckily, we've got a great group of guys that we work with often, and our training kicked in, and I'm here today because of them and because of that training.
Gotcha. And I don't know what else I can say there. I'm not going to say lucky. I'm going to say blessed.
Absolutely.
Because it could have went. I mean, it's literally less than an inch. The marks on your head, to where your mask was. So, and that would have been that, because you wouldn't have been able to call on the radio if you're unconscious.
Absolutely.
And it would be a whole different story that everybody would be hearing right now. Now, did either of you know the people that you risked your lives for that day?
Yes, sir.
And you did it just for your community. Risked your life for a stranger. Yeah.
That's at the end of the day for me. If I can help somebody, whether I know them, if I don't know them, I will try my best to do what I can to help them in their time of need.
Gotcha. And anything that you guys want to say that I didn't cover?
No, sir.
Anything at all?
Just enjoy helping the community, growing up in Franklin County and everything. So
I'm going to reiterate what Lieutenant Steele said. If you don't have working smoke alarms, reach out to a fire department. We'll get you some smoke alarms. And
Gotcha.
once again, I'm very grateful for Engineer Cornett, Lieutenant Steele, Captain Tyree, everybody that was there to help take care of me, especially EMS. They don't get the spotlight they deserve, but they definitely deserve some recognition for their acts.
Gotcha. Thank you both.
Thank you.